Mhm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second episode of our wonderful D&D podcast, Fiend's Print. We have with us today, as always, our wonderful bat, Fefik.
Hello.
We have Ayuner playing as the adorably small Zoog, Theo.
Hi.
We have Brett, who is playing Lucas, the shifter of many faces. Well, only two, but close
Hello.
enough. We have Shovel, who is playing the unfortunately named Cracker. That one's always a little bit of a doozy for us to speak. We're talking saltines here, folks, not the other one. Anyways, and I, of course, am playing our drunken monk, Plato. Hope you're settled in with a nice cup of tea, biscuit or two, and are prepared to enjoy our wonderful tale. All right, what do we got today?
Right. Let's see. Stream is running. People are notified.
Well, almost
Hmm.
notified. I haven't put in everyone with the alerts. Yes. You will notice that there may be more of my UI showing up on the stream than average. We gave up on the cameraman idea and we're just using my viewpoint. I'll try my best to use pop-out windows instead of on the mat so that way y'all can have a clear vision. Oh, and I better close the windowed projector source because I only have 2 monitors. I need the entire set. Fefik, quit patting yourself on the back. You not give yourself a
I mean,
medal like an Obama.
that's how it feels when I write myself the paycheck at work. So.
That's only because you're short-staffed.
Hmm. I mean, if I want, who else will? But I digress. Let's see. Does anyone need a reminder what happened last time?
I know what it is. Do everybody else know?
I think I'm good.
I remember. I even used my journal.
Ah, that's lovely. Let's see, speaking of journals, is this? Yeah, good. Good, it's not even visible for players. Wonderful! That would have been such a shame to spoil it beforehand. But let's see the brief recap for the audience. For whoever may end up watching it here on the main channel where all the recordings are uploaded. Omega Republic on the YouTube. For heroes who was seeking the guidance of a scholar, have come across his shack only to find him missing. Which, after their short investigation, revealed he was abducted, they were abducted, into the nearest dungeon. Dungeon? In my D&D? That's more likely than you think. Passing through obstacles and some enemies, eventually they came across some mysterious Arakokra wizard who have apparently turned the scholar into the book. And after quite some fight, he have fled, although be it with after tearing out many pages out of the grimoire that is now the scholar. And, well, apparently that left the scholar themselves with quite some lack of memories. So it was decided to pick up the grimoire, as well as some other things, and retreat to his shack to see where to go from there. Speaking of, the shack. Well, and so it starts where they have left, where we left it, as you take your way all the way back to the cabin in the woods. What do you do?
I'm mostly racking my alcohol-riddled brain here, trying to think of who or
Don't
what
be shy.
Well, my Zoog's gonna go back inside and tell Vern to hang out around the outside.
Oops, I'm left myself unmuted. I'm busy racking my alcohol-fueled brain right now, trying to think what town might have any solution to tracking something via stamp holes, as I'm currently holding the feathers of the bastard who took the rest of the pages.
All right. Well, I'm gonna also go inside and find a chair and just sort through my bag and think.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas is also probably gonna. He's probably gonna go around to the front to go inside, but then start looking for if there's any that look like more pages that ripped out of her book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still of the belief that they were turned into a book as part of the ritual they were doing. They weren't a book until they entered that cave.
Probably, but it doesn't hurt to check.
So, my Zoog is gonna take this as an opportunity to refresh his spells, because he can do that on short rests.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he is going to ask the human shifter thing if he can have the book so that he can read journal entries from what he thinks is the scholar's journal to the book to see if it jogs any memory.
Here you go, but be careful with it. That's my only lead so far.
He's gonna place the grimoire on the table, he's gonna pull out the journal, and he's gonna start reading out loud.
Mm-hmm. Searching through the pages of the actual journal, you can actually see the text. Let's see. There's not much text sides. It seems like most of it have been. What's the right word? Right. The entries in the journal seem to be quite recent. Sadly, most of them have ink spilled over them, leaving the text unreadable. However, there is something that is still possible to understand in it. Let's see. That should show you.
Ooh.
I see it.
If anyone wants to read it out loud for the audience listening in.
Well, I would suggest also passing it a copy to the cameraman. The audience can read.
That's weird. I thought it showed to everyone.
Nope. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, it popped up. I haven't popped out. There we go.
Alright, I guess I will read it out loud since he's reading it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Work those lungs.
Shh. tired. This nightmare was plaguing my dreams for too long to be just a dream. I had nightmares before. Comes with my line of research, but never so vivid, never so recurring. While most still fade from my memory each morning, some images I can still remember clearly. Rabbit carrying a lit lantern, a possum running inside a wheel, dragon blowing a trumpet, crowned fox standing on top of a crumbling tower. I am no seer, neither have divination been my strong suit. So why does this dream appear to me? I've written letters to the past colleges of mine, with any hope that they shall provide more insight on that matter. I'll send them out tomorrow. For now, I better. And that's it. Also, as the Zoog's reading this, he's like, a possum. That's what you guys keep calling me.
It's the closest relative to what I can assume you are. But as for the other three, amongst all of us, rabbit, brown fox, dragon, these cousins, son, we're having premonitions about us.
You know how to play a trumpet?
Not inherently, no. But can't say that the other points of interest will line up. Not rabbit at the moment, but I know what I saw. Oh, what I saw. The wine may be still burning a little bit.
No, I'm pretty sure he's a rabbit monster.
Harsh, calling him a monster, and he hasn't gutted me yet.
I mean, have you ever seen a rabbit that big before?
One time when I had green muse, as they called it. Absinthe? One shot of that sent me right under the table, though. Now...
Zook thinks dragon drink too much.
Dragon drink just right. Get job done. Not as fun as it used to be, though. That.
Anywho, when he finishes reading the journal out loud to the grimoire, he looks over at the grimoire to see if it says anything.
You see how the front page stays empty for a few moments until the text starts to appear on it once more. I'm sorry, I have no recollection of that.
Well, it was worth a try. He's gonna put away the journal then, because there's nothing else useful in it right now.
Yeah, of course. A worth thing to mention that on the same table on which you put the grimoire on and the journal, you see what looks like the aforementioned letters, laying there pretty much untouched.
Well, what we
Someone
could do
dragged
is...
me.
That's... if you want to stop that, you can click the gear icon settings and you go to all in core. There's pan to token speaker. You can turn it off that way. So if somebody types a message, your camera won't get ripped around.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a glance at the table and like, well, we have one, and talk to their colleagues. Colleges. I mean, there's addresses printed on those, right? Perfect. There's are there any addresses on these things?
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, yes. One seemed to be. Well, I will just tell you the address. Give me a moment, I had those somewhere over here. Right, there. The first letter is addressed Neverwinter, Blue Lake District, Distinguished Street 3, House 4.
Well, this one on the pile is Neverwinter. One
As
hell of
for
a
the second
location.
one,
Go on.
it says Candlekeep, Watcher's Tower 3. You better write it down.
I have to make notes of my own. Can. Not make own notes. Okay, fair enough. One to Neverwinter, one to Can. There's one more note, one more letter in there.
No, just two.
No, fair enough.
The second one appears to be an empty envelope.
Fair enough.
Never touched.
I'll grab the two letters and just throw them in my bag for now. Anybody got a map?
Zook no have the map.
I'm flipping you off.
Classy as always, Flatfoot. Classy as always. Oh, you need to drink yourself at this point to get you out of that funk. But, the time another matter. I shuffle over to the door and I look outside. But I at least have enough knowledge of remembering where the fuck I came from to get back to the nearest town.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have to go into town and get some proper supplies. I've only worked locally so far, so I have never been as far out as Candlekeep and Neverwinter. Nope. Everything kind of came to me. Part of a great town and all that. I'm gonna stare down the deer that's currently blocking the door. If you want. Cut the pages. No, you can't eat the paper. There's other leaves you can eat that aren't written on. Oh, I am so bad at keeping my act together when acting. Too giggly. Too fucking giggly.
That just being tipsy for around the alcohol.
Possibly. Come on! All of you, I mean... I'm not sure you have much... He stops and he just stares at Crackers. How are we going to do? Or somehow muddled in this mess like prophecy. Ow! Whatever, come on. Just kind of gently, but with sternness, grabs Cracker's shoulder and tries to drag him along, hoping the others follow.
Zook not welcome in most cities.
I pause for a moment, peer back in. Well, you are small enough to fit in a bag, maybe.
Zook will ride Vern until close. Then Zook need to be hidden.
This world is full of strange things. I can't fathom why the guards would have an issue. Whatever. We'll cross that bridge when it gets there. Come along.
Dragon know not much about the Zook.
Scene transition.
Mm-hmm. Oh, anyone else has anything to say on the matter before you set off?
Just
Over.
may he work on crafting some of the bones he collected while we're riding over.
Sure.
Yay.
Oh, good AD. I want to do rations. Can I do rations?
Well, the rations really only count when you are doing long rests.
Do we have to be long resting? Oh.
Oh, none of us are hurt. The only resources spent were based on short rest, so unless you got the munchies worse than the Dragonborn that's still round around the edges, fine.
But if you want to munch on something for roleplay reason, you can just do that.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
By the way, how do I reset the uses of my spells? Because Hex still has the swirl over it for concentration.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see.
Oops, technical difficulties.
Uh,
Why did I go row raggy there for a second?
if I understand,
My chuckles are
if
all
I
over the place.
understand, if I understand correctly, you can go into the effects tab. You see there is an effect that says concentrating hex. Then right mouse button and break concentration.
There you go.
Alrighty, thank you.
And so you set off, leaded by the white blue dragonborn, to the nearest town to replenish your supplies.
Yeah, proper map most likely.
Indeed so. But as it would may, it was a bit. You already arrived past the afternoon to the shack. This whole ordeal also took some time, and now venturing out, the town is at least few sizable hours away. And as it counts, night slowly settles in. So does some exhaustion. In other words, you would need to make a camp. Unless you want to go through the night and arrive to the town exhausted.
Exhaustion level 1 is probably not too bad of a penalty, but also
Wink.
you are really bad at subtle hints, honey.
I am very subtle. But please proceed.
I'll dig through my bag here. It's just like, really? I don't really have a tent, but at least I have a bed rolled.
Zoo can sleep in tree.
Of course the possum can. But the possum-like thing. I'll look to the others, see if they have any supplies.
I just shake my head.
Did you pack nothing with you on this excursion, Flatfoot?
Nothing for you.
Zoog hunt and Zoog sleep in tree.
It should be obvious. Look between the two. Dragonborn is resisting the urge of pinning down the obstinate fox. It's not the fucking. And finally, I go and glance over at Lucas. Got a tent or anything? Or are we all roughing it under the stars?
I've not needed much other than the bedroll yet, so haven't got no more.
Roughing it is. I guess we'll just go find a place that's a semi-decent clearing to set up in.
Why not
And
sleep
what-
under tree? Tree provides shelter.
Not if it rains. The branches.
Also, what luck, you do find seemingly nice place that should serve well enough for a camp. Whoop.
You can thank the GM's $5 dues for this. And be fighting Patreon to get this stuff.
Yeah, I've got too much headache trying to figure out which maps are good to use and which are not under the Creative Commons. So I just found a good Patreon with a good amount of maps and yeah, $5 for the access.
I see you've not set up any LOS. Okay, fair enough.
Don't worry, it's not crucial right now. But as it would go, you do come across a nice semi-clearing in the forest. There's trees, an old stump with mushrooms growing on it that seem to be hollowed out. Mushrooms. Maybe they're safe to eat, maybe not. Who knows? But alas, looks as good of a place as any.
Could I make a nature check to see if these are edible mushrooms?
Yes, you can. Yes, they are edible. They need to be treated over the fire first, but they are.
You can eat these mushrooms. Just need to cook. Bleh.
Not that I was overly worried about that. Have my own supplies and hard attack, but it's better than nothing. But not having to crack them open is. Go ahead, pop open the bag, grab my tinder box. We're kind of just blazing the area for branches, twigs, and such, and try to get the supplies for a fire going.
I'd like to grab them, the mushrooms.
Quick question: on the map, the what look like the giant mushrooms, are those like actually giant mushrooms, or is that just map versus game difference?
The ones that grow on the tree are actual. Oh wait, this one over there.
Yeah, the ones near the river,
Yeah,
I think he's talking about.
Yeah, it is a giant mushroom.
Okay.
However, when I was speaking of edible ones, I meant the ones.
Yeah, I got that.
The
those ones,
brackets.
but I was just double checking on the.
Yeah.
Chicken of the woods, as they call it.
Yeah.
Those do not look like chicken of the woods.
Okay, out of character,
Sorry,
what
I
are
know
you
some
a
foraging.
mycologist?
Actually, I do research some foraging stuff, and mushrooms is among the things I've been
Okay.
trying to learn.
Did I take a step back on that one? My bad. Okay, yeah, I am really
even
in a
in
giggly
dark
mood.
lighting, chicken of the woods would have been drawn very, very light. That's too dark to be chicken.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, damn, I am really giggly today, which is better considering all my other projects. I'm depresso. Take it. Oh, sure.
Yeah, as the other thing, shovel.
Yeah. I'd like to grab the mushrooms.
As you grab the mushrooms, you also will soon find out that the this giant stump is appeared to be hollow on the inside. More than that, there seem to be some sack laying on the inside.
Are you picking the mushrooms just so we can't have any?
Yep.
Does my Zoog notice him fiddling with the sack?
Well, it's inside the stump, so I'm afraid
Yeah, this
not.
is like a raised lip, so he's down in a divot in the stump.
Oh, okay.
It's a little hard to tell.
I mean, you can only do so much with the 2D map.
Yeah, there's only so
Yeah.
much line of sight we can do. I'm gonna go ahead and like put down what supplies I've gotten now. Get to the ledge, heave myself over, and just squint at him. Listen, we're going to be stuck together, and if you're going to be a pain, we're going to have a problem.
I ain't no pain, and I ain't no problem. Now mind your business.
You're acting like a problem, and you're about to be put in a headlock.
Try me.
Oh, he's still just a little bit buzzed. All right. This is. I have to dig up the rules here on this, but that's gonna be a grapple check. No. Alright, we're just gonna go to 5 each. That is. Show, There you go. We're gonna look up the grapple rules here.
Mhm.
'Cause now we're getting into an inter-party scuffle. Look what you've done, Devil.
No, man, I thought it will take at least 3 sessions. Alas. So the grapple performed as an attack, so you use your attack bonus for that.
Well, I think, let's see. Which means I
As
need...
much as it goes, it just need to hit his armor class. And then he may try to escape it with either athletics check or the... what's it called? Yeah. Because it's usually for the battle encounters, but since we are not in the turns, we can do
Yep.
those simultaneously. Sadly, yeah, you managed to grab him. Shovel, you may try to escape using either acrobatics or athletics. What should be the DC though? What's... What's
think-
your strength, Delta?
Hold on a second, let me turn off the pan thing a little bit, because I have no realizing that's happening here right now. My strength is 14.
14, let's see. Let's see. So...
Well, there's an action called Escape Grapple. Grapple creature can use the action to make a strength athletics, dexterity, acrobatics check against grapples APC.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, but calculating the escape DC. I mean, monsters have it set it up. I never thought how it is for the players.
It's none of the rules really expect the players to end up squabbling amongst themselves. That's the problem.
Which is funny because that does seem to happen often. But I digress. Oh, right. So, you said your strength is 14, yes?
Yep.
Right, then just to calculate it like the spell DC, so it's your 10 plus proficiency plus strength, which will be 14, which means Cracker does manage to wrestle himself out of it.
Wait, if it's plus proficiency bonus, that's 14 plus 2, which makes it 16.
Once again, 10 plus
10
ability plus proficiency.
10 plus ability plus proficiency. Okay.
Like a spell DC.
Alright, fair enough. So yeah, Duke literally just mountain mantles onto the just as the two are basically throwing non-harmful but obvious blows, trying to wrangle one another like a cartoon dust cloud in this tunnel.
Mm.
Wrong face.
The deer spoke.
I genuinely have no idea how it switched back to the deer.
It depends on which token is currently selected.
It wasn't selected. I think that's why it switched to the deer.
Hmm.
If you got no token selected, it might bias towards one or the other, and it may be biasing.
Yeah, I think it went to the one that's top in my list.
Alright,
But anyway,
Let's
John
see.
was supposed to be shouting, "What are you idiots doing?"
Trying. Make Fox behave. That's productive.
Also, I should clarify, him shouting is still like a whisper.
You only got tiny lungs. Not hard. It's not easy being loud. You're tiny.
It's more than that, but okay.
You ain't my
Repeat
father,
what he
jackass.
said? Oh, Jesus.
I'm not your father for sure. Someone has to manage behaviors around here, and you are being spiteful.
Did Cracker manage to pick up the sack, or did our Dragonborn drunk interfere with that?
I'm
Me
the drunk
consider-
dad of the family.
All things considered, Shovel may still be holding it if he wishes. No, the sack,
yeah.
I mean. Mhm.
I'd say I have it in my hand and both of them can see it.
Mhm. Inside the sack, you see. Apparently, something every adventurer carries. There's a bedroll, tinderbox, and 3 torches, 4 rations, and a little pouch.
I'd like to throw the sack at Plateau. Here, dick. You want me to behave? Here, take it.
I'm going. Well, I will go ahead and roll acrobatics to try. Acrobatics. Try and catch it midair.
I would think that's athletics.
Athletics is a feat of strength, not reflexes.
Tell
Reflex-
that to footballers.
Sure, let's do acrobatics. Just pretend it is juggling. You successfully catch it.
I take the momentum of the thing, turn it 90 degrees, and basically spike it into the ground. Well, not like adding force to it, just at my feet. And I just give the fox glare. The bag is not the problem. It's how you're behaving generally.
So my Zoog is just gonna shake his head at these fools, go over, pick up the bag, and look in it. So you already described what's in it. He's gonna pull out the little pouch inside. What is in that?
As you open the pouch, please roll me a Constitution save.
Oops, that was fentanyl.
Of course, one of his bad stats. Okay.
Cops, don't read this. I'm gonna get canceled for that joke, but I don't care. It just kind of came out. Oh!
The dice do not like me.
So that is very unfortunate. As you open the little pouch, suddenly a cloud is released out of it. A small one, not like it's a giant trap or anything, hidden inside a small pouch. And it makes it all the way to your nose. And it starts to itch. Really, really badly. Making you to sneeze so hard your whole body convulses as you take 3 damage.
I imagine we look over and the Zook ends up with a little bit of airtime from this. Oh, we still have temp HP.
He's
Oops.
sneezing violently and starts running around in circles.
Why is the alcoholic one the most rash? Don't trip me, you. Oh.
But looking at the pouch that have now been dropped down, looks like spices. Oh, well, some sort of spice.
He finally gets it out of his system and shakes like full body shake and sneezing, trying to get it out.
Eventually, it does get out, thankfully. And very thankfully so, because the itching was almost driving insane. Almost.
Regardless, he's not happy about that. He just takes the pouch, takes the sack, sets them down next to the not lit yet campfire, and goes off towards the water.
The water itself looks surprisingly clear, all things considered. And sure feel refreshing too. Feel free to speak because no one else does.
Sorry, I'm lost in thought. There's two arguing in this stump. There's Brett who hasn't said a damn thing and is basically just watching shit fall apart. There's currently the Zoog in the river. Functionally dysfunctional family.
Lucas, as you guys were fighting, probably would have just like pulled his bedroll out. I just sat and
Watch the chaos unfold.
basically just I got ready for night. Don't
Well,
care about you guys.
Well, look at the functional adult over there.
Those mushrooms are for all of us. Can't be hoarding them.
Found them first.
Actually, the one who actually found them was an awesome thing. I still can't get the word right in my head. Almost got it that time. So you can't be
Touched
arguing.
them first.
This is the alcohol talking. Can you make a reflex save because the dragon's about to lick you?
Dex save, not
The
reflex
dex,
save.
dex, yes, dex save. Dex or acrobatics, if you dex for all acrobatics. Right? You're basically avoiding getting licked.
Hmm.
No, he.
You can.
Go on.
Yeah. If you wish, you can do a cartwheel evading that. Or any other way you want to describe it.
Repeat last. Wasn't paying attention.
With this roll, you may describe your dodging this leak in any way you want.
Oh, as Plato opens his mouth and gets his tongue out, I'm going to push him back slightly and just hold my arms there. And with all my strength, just hold him back.
Mm-hmm. You successfully do so.
I wobble from the push and surprisingly keep my balance. And then just. Oh, insufferable. Can't even.
When Lucas goes over next to Zhao,
Oop.
to where the creek is, does he see any fish or anything in it?
Roll me your survival or perception. Either will work.
I'm gonna have my Zoog roll as well, but I'm gonna use perception because he's actually proficient in that.
As you wish.
Really?
We're all having a bad day, apparently.
Oh.
Hmm.
Shovel is getting that 20s. Shit. That's decent.
Mhm. There are indeed some fishes swimming down this river.
What was that?
There, excuse me. There are indeed some fishes swimming down this river.
Can Lucas try spearfishing some? Not a trap, but...
Hmm. Yes, you successfully spear a few.
He'd take one for himself back over to the fire, and you said a few, so I'll just give one over to Zhao and take the third one just like to ready to cook up in with his mess kit for him and whoever wants a second one, or for later, whatever. Be a pass on. You said you liked them raw. You can have one of them. I'll cook these
Zhao
up.
is pleased.
For those who don't get context, he was basically saying, calling the kettle black.
Hmm.
I'm gonna finally relent and push off Cracker and using the bum and basically tumble over the edge and land somehow on my feet again. I mean, Drunken Master, it's easy to tumble and I'm just trying to say to Lucas, he going to be a problem. Poor things. We're gonna have to make sure to double lock our bags. Of all the people to get stuck in the prophecy with, why did it have to be a man-child?
Lucas was just kind of making non-committal. Yeah, as he said.
You're just doing the nod and wave until he shuts up?
Well, yeah.
That's fair enough. Well, I would do with anybody who is slightly shit-faced. I'll just crack open my rations and gnaw on a hard-tack biscuit. Cold. Won't bother me anyways.
Alright, Elsa.
Rations, quantity, 9.
Oh, special effects. As the night finally settles in, looks cool, doesn't it?
It looks cool. I just have to keep myself targeted because I'm like one of 2 people that doesn't have night vision. Otherwise, it gets ruined.
Before bed, Lucas just go. So are we doing the whole watch thing, or we just gonna sleep and as if we're on our own, and hope nothing grabs us.
That one's gonna.
Fuck you.
Zhao's gonna eat the fish that Lucas gave him, and then he's gonna go hang from the tree.
Hmm.
I'm gonna grab my bedroll and just look at the stoppage, like first watch, but afterwards I'm hunkering down.
Fine. I'll
No,
take
no.
second.
Oh, now you're going to turn around and actually help. Serious face, can't keep a serious face. Serious face.
Alright, so Lucas would head to bed then, and wait till whenever he gets woken for presumably third watch.
Mm-hmm. So if I got it right, it's Plato who is holding the first watch, yes?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So as everyone else tackling to restful sleep, you start your watch. It's quite interesting staring into the darkness, just slightly illuminated by the fire of the campfire. Here's the tautology. But that aside, please roll me your perception.
Attributes. Perception. Normal.
You know, no one's asked the Zook for his name yet.
We've been too dysfunctional to ask. Also, I didn't get to see my dice roll. Wow, okay. Fair enough, though.
I think it was an 8.
10 overall.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, what matters is that I see it. But speaking of seeing things, looking into the darkness of the forest, you see nothing of note. And as let's see, so 8 hours divided by 4 people is 2 hours each. Or
Mhm.
so. 1 second. Right. Eventually your watch does come to an end.
Just going to saunter over to the sleeping fox. Take my bedroll. I'm gonna use my actual fist, but pop. Alright, Mr. Thompson. Or turd.
Done being drunk.
At least until I fill my wineskin again. I'm going to, now that I know he's awake, tumble in, lay on my bag for their secret from this 5-finger discount, and collapse.
So he's
Mhm.
gonna sleep inside. Okay.
I'm gonna sleep on the stump. There are 4 walls. No roof.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, where was I? Shovel, how do you go about your watch?
I guess I'll just sit with knees to my chest and look at the fire without really watching, just listening.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Please, roll me your perception.
Yay! Damn it.
Oh, let me get my.
Staring into the campfire seemed to evict some memories that distract you from watching the forest. And as it goes, well, thankfully nothing jumps out at you or your friends out of the darkened forest for the time being. However, oop,
Ooh.
let's see, hopefully those sounds are correct.
Well, they should load in now that we've forced the ports open.
Yeah, right. I would advise everyone to set your environment volume to 30%.
Oh, mine's at max.
That explains why it was so loud. It reset itself.
Yeah, also, everybody in the chat's like, wow, the music really cut out real quick. You don't have a way to crossfade it right now.
I mean, that adds to the dramatic effect. But let's see.
Your car crash in slow motion every.
This one. But yeah. While you don't see any dangers approaching, you do hear the whistling of the wind. As well as you can feel it, how the wind seemed to pick up very fast, very rapidly for your liking. Judging by how the fire moves in the campfire, it's about to go out.
Okay. Has 2 hours passed?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then I'll wake up Lucas because he has the tools for the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Poke. Up and at him.
So Lucas would wake up, kind of rumble up in. Alright.
No other words. I'll just go back to where I was sleeping.
He would basically check the fire, like try and use what wood there is to kind of shield it as much as it could, so that it at least keeps lit. And then just kind of go to the edge by the tree here and kind of like keep an ear out and eyes kind of towards the dark, with only occasional glances back to the fire for his watch to try and keep his eyes from getting too adjusted to the light.
Mm-hmm. As your luck would have it, it seemed to have started raining. Which, well, it started off as few droplets really, but soon enough, it's really started to pour. Hard enough to actually wake everyone up.
Ah! Who's turned the faucet on?
The Gads are the ones that turn the faucets on.
Lucas just sees one silvery blue arm poke out from in the stump crevice, and it's flipping the middle finger at the clouds. I said, "Gods, don't know nothing about."
All your words.
Although at this point, you're starting to probably wonder, is he just perpetually drunk the way he talks? How he is? Sober by now. I'm gonna, like, try and look for anything and just kind of scrounge around to find a way to make a sort of lean-to side of the stump so I can continue my nap.
Mm-hmm.
Probably be a survival check to find supplies.
Joe's attempting to basically make a, not furnace, but like, he's trying to build a wall around it so that he can stick the branches over the top high enough to not catch fire.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs help, because he cannot lift the larger stones.
I don't think I'm seeing any of my rolls. Oh no. Reconnect. Hold on, folks. Blizzard cam for half a second.
Well, actually, on that thing, is the connection still open? Yes, at least it's still open.
Did we want to move the fire? Well, what we have of it to underneath one of the giant mushrooms there. Like at least some of this.
Not thinking you're going to be able to move an entire fire, so yeah, we're going to need a burn stick.
Why not help Zoo build shelter around fire?
Because the mushroom would also shield us, not just the fire.
Mushroom is small.
Not the giant ones over to the right side. That's why I had double checked earlier. But
Still small.
And we're back. Yeah. See, not the camera. Right. Let me test this here if I can see. Yep, I can see them now.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder why I wasn't working earlier, but a reboot helped. It's going to be a team effort. Come on, folks. With you, Mr. Grumpy.
Covering the rain.
Yes.
Fuck off.
Oh, I really do not want to commit one of the cardinal tabletops in full-on attacking at our players, but it's almost slap-worthy that you just got there, Double. Almost got slap-worthy.
Yeah, as this banter goes on, I still don't know why the rain effect doesn't kick in. It was working prior to the stream, but alas. Just imagine the rain then.
I can add
Very
rain
heavy one.
post-production, or well, actually did. We're not endorsed by my noise, and we're not getting any funding from this, so I don't think they'll argue, but I'll just throw on a little extra rain over the feed.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy rain, storm. Let's see. Rain, check. This should work. Turn it down a little bit. Is it like pouring down, or is it just modest sprinkling? Okay, so it's heavy.
No, it's really pouring down.
Alright. And then we're going to splice this into this window, and hopefully test here if this works. Yeah, it does. Ah. I can have a noises at the same time. Get down a little bit, sorry folks.
I mean, there's no need for the rain noise because we do have the rain noise of stream. I meant the rain particles.
Oh, the particles! I thought it was audio work. Here I was having fun with that.
No. I meant the particles.
Because all I
So-
see is thunder and wind. Box.
Yeah, that should be sufficient. But back to the game itself. Wait a minute. As this very cute banter goes on,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that the wind really starts to pick up. The trees start to bend. Some people on the smaller side start to get slowly pushed north, including a certain person.
My Zoog calls out to his deer to come over and grab him.
Mhm.
He is now clinging to the deer's antlers.
Mm-hmm. Roll me your strength.
Strength. This is an ability check.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. You do manage to hold on.
Copper Cap is being very sassy in the chat. Quote, Neo hanging on the answer is like, hey, you know it's raining.
Zoog don't think Zoog can help move fire.
No, but we can together. I'm gonna go ahead and like grab one of the grab a torch. Nope. Get out of
Oh,
here.
it's a good thing he's not in that tree anymore. I just saw the lightning effect.
Yep.
Indeed, as you saw, the lightning just struck this tree over there.
The camera was too zoomed in for it. God, can you do it again?
Yeah. Someone lightning over here, please.
There we go.
Oh, now there's more. No.
Okay.
There's
I
a
think the
bit
fire
more
is
as
the
the
least of
weather.
our concern.
Yeah, as the weather seems to be escalating at incredible pace.
I'm I'm lighting a torch now and I'm like trying to use my body to cover it, and I'm looking around. There's got to be a cave somewhere. We can't stand out here in the open with this.
Mm-hmm. Please roll a perception.
Double tap. Perception. Story. Oh, attributes. Perception. Normal. Ah, nope. I've got rain in the eyes.
Can't see a damn thing in this rain. However, there's something you can hear. Hopefully that's the proper noise. As you can hear raven call in the distance, as well as some light. Give me a moment. Up north, oh, behind the river.
That's a very bright raven.
It is. As you can see, a raven flying through the woods. This light emerging from it. And what else you can see? It seems like within the light itself, the weather seemed to be pushed aside.
It is literally the bird eye of the storm. Come on, folks. One chance, don't question it. Up, 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 up.
That seems like a bad idea. Luke just kind of like takes one of the sticks to separate the fire as much as he can so that it won't be too blazing and fouls after.
Oh, I've technically got a lit torch right now.
So my Zoog is probably gonna run right past his fish trap. Did he catch anything?
Yes, a nice fish.
He's gonna wrap the net around the fish and grab the trap real fast before continuing on the way. He is not leaving behind his net.
Hmm. The ravens seem to be flying in circles as if
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah, I'm fording the river, holding the torch close. Unfortunately, the lighting system is not helping. Oh, weird. I've desynced from the grid. What the?
Weird. That should put you there.
Okay, there you go. It must have been a suck.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. As you get within the 15 feet
Yes.
of the crowd, it does really show that the elements seem to be pushed aside. And as you approach, the raven seemingly looks at you and starts to fly
Oh,
forward
God.
down the north.
No, no, no. Stay in the bubble.
My Zoog tells his deer to follow the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Drunkenly
Those
tumble
who
over.
don't, those who don't have a climbing speed, please roll
Oh.
your athletics.
Oh,
Oh.
With
Did the
disadvantage.
deer jump over it?
Yes. Athletics with disadvantage because it's very slippery.
nope. I'm falling on my ass with that one.
As you both do.
Evan Moss. I grab my daggers and I heave myself back up again, and I use those to dig into the wood, using kind of like ice picks to try and climb over.
Mm-hmm. Good idea. You can try again without disadvantage. What about you, Shower?
I'll try to scramble to grab Plato's leg and follow that way.
Can you please describe it again?
I'll try to grab onto Plato and hoist myself up that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's practically reimposing disadvantage on me, you bastard.
Yeah, holding on to him firmly. Plato, even with the Plato, even with the added fox to his weight, does manage to crawl over using the daggers as climbing peaks.
Lop on over again. Back. I'm up. What could possibly go wrong following this bird?
As you all manage to make your way. No. Differently. As you all follow the bird, you soon see further down the road. Excuse me, words. Where are my words? No. As the raven leads you deeper into the forest, eventually you see how it gets off the beaten path. It takes it a bit hard to follow it with all the elements considered, because while the light does seem to be pushing the elements away, The ground is still pretty much mud at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Alas, soon enough you hear how the sounds of the weather seem to s- get quieter and quieter as you move further. Further in, you see there appears to be a large clearing in the forest. The one that appears to be very well lit up, even in the middle of the night. Give me a moment. As eventually you make a way. Where was it? This one?
Fortunately, I don't think anybody ever got a long rest. We only got a short.
Unfortunately, so. Alright. As I will pull you over to the next map. Whoop.
Ooh.
Yeah, pause button is so handy. But I digress. As you see before you, not just a clearing in the forest, but something that looks like ruins or such, covered with the giant roots of a tree that is to the top of the screen. It seems like a giant oak that seemed to be towering over the whole forest. I'm quite surprised you haven't seen it from where you came. It was of how big it, how towering it is, even above the tree line. Right. With that, you see how the raven finally lets down and
Yep.
it's start to shift. Ну, бля.
Fighting the software.
Mm. Well, apparently this doesn't work, so give me just... give me. Let me grab the copy of that guy. Mm-hmm. Ignore him sliding across the screen. As you see how the raven shifts into a tiefling, wearing some sort of a bear pelt holding a wooden staff. He adjusts himself as he stands up and looks at you.
Thanks for the guide at that storm.
Oh, please don't mention. We have to apologize. That is partially our doing. I'm lucky that I managed to find you and some other people who got stuck in the forest. Please, uh, please come further. We have a campfire and food and everything to get you treated from the elements.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Right, just small detour here. Uh, hmm.
We don't even have a trademark for our company yet.
I'm sorry, how do I pronounce Zog's name again? The short version. Jo?
Ja.
Jo. For you, Especially considering your patron, it becomes clear this is not just some old ruins in the middle of the forest. That appears to be a dedicated druid grove. You can feel connection to your patron here, just ever so slightly clearer. Oh,
Joe's gonna react by looking around a bit more.
Getting to the center of the ruins, you see some other unfortunate people who apparently got stuck in the same situation you are. There appears to be. I'm going counterclockwise. A dwarf man, over here, as well as a human woman, a dragonborn, an owling, and a tiefling. All in the different state of being soaked and distressed and tired. Please, the druid speaks. Make yourself at home. We really apologize for the inconvenience.
One of the rituals go awry or something?
Not exactly. You see, our archdruidess was blessed with power to control the weather, and sadly, she currently found herself in quite a predicament. She is currently in labor, so her power goes wild.
You
Thankfully, the yes.
the druid gets the strongest of deadpans. So, Mother Nature is messing with Mother Nature. Powers of Mother Nature. Ah, cyclical. Always.
As it always is. Each the grove itself is very secured from the elements, so please feel free to stay. It should be over eventually.
Copper, I don't think they're all named Jeffrey. Come on now. He has better tact than that.
I knew you want something to say, or was it just an accident?
No,
I was
no.
making sure I was on the correct token because they're sitting on top of each other right now.
Oh yeah, that can be difficult.
Mm-hmm. So yes, please make yourself at home. If you're hungry, we have some good berries.
Already had a pack of rations before we tucked in. Just a little short on sleep. He just basically stumbles close to the center where presumably there's a fire is and just face plants with seemingly no repercussion.
Oh yes, the aforementioned fire. Apologies.
For him to get a better understanding, would it be investigation, nature, or arcana here?
Any of those will work.
Okay.
Either investigation or arcana.
Why am I getting such low rolls?
One second, just to answer Brad's question. Yes, Lucas have grabbed. He is better
Okay.
off.
So
I'll
you
think-
just set that back up and kind of lay at it, despite being soaked. But
Now, as for you, Ainir, that's curious. You can't exactly pinpoint it, but it seems as if. How can I explain this? Mhm. Now, imagine of not thinking of the words for descriptions ahead of time. Couldn't be me. But I digress. It seems like this oak over there seem to have some strong connection with many natural aspects all across the land, which seemingly seem to reach whenever your patron is coming from.
Okay.
You know, for better or worse. Now, if you excuse me, I shall return to the woods to see if anyone else got stuck in there. The druid says as he excuses himself.
There's just a dragonborn basically laying on his bag of his backpack, just right in front of the fire. Somehow already out cold again. One of those weird monk tricks. Peace of mind or whatever. We got a sleeping dragon. Oh, well, there's this brain. Ugh, I had Porky Pig moment there.
Fascinating. Now it decides to work.
Why are the clouds red?
Menstrual
They
cycle.
shouldn't be.
I mean, it's right now weather caused by a pregnancy. Take a guess.
Oh my gosh.
That's horrible.
I'm sorry, my brain went south with that one.
Oh, should that be? Alright, thankfully the clouds are off.
Now they're off.
Now they're
Yep.
off, yeah.
Well, they should disperse eventually. I hope. Oh, fucking hell, they're back. Damn clouds!
It's just Mother Nature on her monthly cycle.
So she gets pregnant every month and has a baby every
No,
month?
no. The druid is pregnant, but Mother Nature, which is making the clouds, it's that time of the month. Why are we getting into the statistics of this for a stupid joke I keep fucking perpetuating?
Delta, I can't even right now.
Right, this thing aside, laying down, you see the source of light in the grove. You see how, well, the trees, the oak branches seem to reach over all across the grove, covering it from the upside. However, in its canopy, you see little lights that look just like stars. You would have seen them on the map if the weather effects wouldn't be acting up. So just
Actually,
imagine
no.
flickering.
There's little sparks here and there if you zoom real close.
Those are part of the. Oh wait, those. Oh, those actually move. Yeah, those.
Yeah, they're all around. You
Those
just
are
have to
close.
zoom in to notice.
Let's see. Can I make them bigger?
That's what she said.
Delta!
Sorry, I can't get my head. Oh, got some. You know what? It was worth it.
Oh yeah, there we go. The bigger and blue. Blue. More blue. Is that actually too much blue? Let's make it less.
Yeah, that's blue dabba dee dabba die levels of blue.
That's Cookie Monster blue.
Blue Man Group blue.
Blue.
You blew who?
Win.
All right.
No, I blew blue. All right, I'm done.
Well, good for them. But I digress. Yeah, there we go, stars.
Oh god,
Enjoy.
we're getting just as bad as that other the inspiration for even starting this was no, not narrative declaration. I can't remember the name of the, but we Fefik and I in our tabletop we throw their recordings into the D&D channel all the fucking time. Oh, I'm making it up now.
Right, was it the one with the recurring clown character?
Yeah, Chuckles the clown.
Once
yeah,
upon a
Chuckles the
witchlight.
clown. Hold on, I'm scrolling
What
up.
was the show?
Once upon a witchlight.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, their GM constantly has to corral the rest of the team because they're all adults and they all make adult jokes. And they have an entire system where you have to roll on a penalty board if you make a dick joke.
Mm,
1d4 adult damage.
what's...
Right.
Should... No, alright.
Oop, nope.
Mm,
Not open on
wait,
that.
wait, wait.
We'll look into that later.
Mhm. Right. Where were we? The canopy, the stars, the light. Yeah. Mhm. As you settle for the rest, it is a bit hard to do, as the dwarf over there can't stop grumbling. We are getting late. Getting being stuck. Damn druids.
Reverse perception roll. Can I sleep through it? It's the question of the day.
Sure.
Let's hope I roll low.
No, you hear every single word.
My eyes groggily step open, and I just start a glance at the dwarf. Just be lucky you're not neck deep in mud. Now, could you please be quiet? That interrupts sleep already enough as is.
Sorry, just irritating is what it is.
Oh,
should
wait,
be
not
in
all
Neverwinter
irritated.
My guess. Just we should be halfway through the Neverwinter by now. But not only we left our carts somewhere in the woods, we are stuck here for who knows how long. How long labor does last anyway?
I stare off into the distance a little bit, and I imagine Dragonborns lay eggs is completely different for us. And so it's just like, rightly no, it depends on what they are. For us, it would be like maybe hour tops. Me? I don't know. Do I look like I have the parts for that?
Well, it was 3 already.
Maybe the child has a big head.
So, my Zook is gonna finish eating his fish,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's gonna curl up with his deer because his deer is soft.
Mm-hmm. You feel very comfy.
I'm gonna fall asleep. Sorry, I'm gonna fall asleep with my hand in my bag.
Mm-hmm. As Zook tries to sleep, there's glimpses of the whispers he can hear from the dragonborn and the owling to the left of him. What do you think this thing is? I don't know, it sure isn't from any books I read. Do you think it's safe? Got to be. But that aside, you enjoy your rest. Everyone can get the benefits of your long rest. There is a button for this on your character sheet. It's on over the HP bar. On the left looks like a little bed. There are two buttons, a short rest and the long rest. You press the one that says long rest, keeps the new day check-in, and then just press rest.
Alright, everybody's gotten their rest.
Mhm. As your rest goes on, especially in a condition like that, it feels extra. What was it? Invigorating? Yeah, I guess that's the word. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Reinvigorating, yeah. That should be the correct term.
Invigorating. Yeah.
Okay.
However,
Would
yes,
we
somebody
clear
want.
off the temp HP from like forever ago?
Oh yeah, that should have reset by this.
Oh, okay.
So if you have any temporary HP, just erase it.
God, I'm so glad we fixed the port issue. I don't have to reboot every 30
I can't
minutes.
believe it. Yes, I can't believe it. Copra already made the Twitch clip. But that aside, something to look for later. Yes?
No, that's Copper's usual gig. If he's not in here in the call, he's usually taking snippets where he can. He's the paparazzi.
I should learn how to do YouTube shorts. But I digress. Where were we? Right. Your sleep, ever so restful, does get suddenly interrupted with a very loud raven noises.
Gah! What the f? Somebody have raven pie prepared or stumbles to his feet.
You see how the familiar looking crow makes its way all the way down? Its flight is uneven. As you see, there seems to be something on it. It even gets bad. It dives through the campfire before landing on the ground.
The Zugas druid bird injured?
You get only raven noises in return, but you can see. Yeah, what you can see. Those who have proficiency in Arcana or Nature, please roll those.
I just stare blankly. I don't have that. I'm half jester. I'm acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. For Zogan Lucas, it becomes apparent as you can see some sort of brambles growing out of the raven and presumably through as well. But those are not just regular brambles, those seem to be so called blight. A malevolent, semi sentient plants. What do you do?
Are the little tendrils supposed to be coming out of the bird, or
Would cold damage kill the blight?
Roll the damage and let's find out. Actually, with the roll like that, yes. Yes, it will.
Zook, sorry if this hurts. So I do the Constitution saving throw roll first and then damage, or do I just go straight to damage in
No,
this
the
case?
Constitution saving throw is for the enemy, which in this particular case is not needed, so you just roll the damage.
Okay.
Cantrip?
It is a cantrip.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. You see how the brambles get covered in ice and break off. As the raven once again starts to shift and becomes a druid. He looks heavily injured. I said heavily injured. There we go.
Ooh.
Barely retaining his consciousness.
I'm gonna.
Yes?
No, I sit down and I'm like rummaging through my. Anything? You got any
Book could help.
bandages?
I'm sorry, what you said? I knew.
Book could help.
Everybody turns to the to Lucas, who has been keeping the book away from the two arguing ones.
So did Zao give it back after reading to it in the thing then, I guess?
I assumed Lucas took it, but if
Okay.
he didn't take it,
So then he'd get it back out and say, Hey, Buck, do you have anything to help heal? And just like kind of hold it out in front of him, like with it open to the page and kind of speak to it.
You see how the pages of the book moves, eventually stopping on the spell Cure Wounds. You can cast the spell if you wish. It is at launch range, so you would want to get closer.
Apply book to forehead. Head on. Apply book to forehead. Head on. Apply book to forehead. Sorry.
So yeah, if Lucas is able to understand it well enough to cast his first magic, I'm usually on the other side of magic here.
Oh, that's what?
Good, he gets very slightly ever so better. But good enough to speak. Well, some. Damn blights.
Just keep still, keep breathing. That's what we can do. And I'm looking like around, kind of any other druids anywhere. Is this woman basically working on her own?
No, please. The druid reaches over and, well, grabs you by whatever is within the reach. By the sleeve. Please don't.
He grabs him by the belt. No, he doesn't have a, but it has a giant belt rope.
Right, my bad. Let's say by the bottom of your attire then.
Yep, the hem.
I'll be fine. Please say there's more coming this direction.
Oh boy.
The hag sent them. And with that they lose consciousness.
Alright, with a commanding word, I'll gesture to the other citizens that look less equipped for getting into a scuffle than us misfits. Keep an eye on this one. Stable breathing. We've got problems incoming. And also, yes, if you do know how to stitch a wound, please do. Our book only helps so much.
Oh,
What am I going to do?
Tiefling over there raises your hand. I don't know magic, but I do know medicine.
Whatever
can
can help will help. Motion them to, yeah,
Mhm.
keep watch of her. Alright.
So as Lucas heads down to the thing, he'd be like, as soon as I see something near, I'm going to transform. And just like being readying himself to be ready to transform.
Mm.
Knowing how this valley is, basically this is the only entry point down south, right? There's nothing really from the left or right to east. Yep.
Not that you can see.
I can see. Well, oh, go on.
Strange fog starts to roll in. That actually can be a bit too dense. No, actually, looking at it, that's just enough. As you can see in the distance, no, that's a bit too late, too early for this music. Something seems to be approaching, and not just approaching. They're basically sprouting out from the ground.
Yeah, no, we're gonna take initiative here if we can and close the gap. We have 40 feet of movement. Since we were warned, can we have at least this one round just dedicated to movement?
Sure,
Okay.
you may use your movement to position yourselves.
Alright, so from here, I have 40. In here, and I see spread out so that way we can't get AoE. No, I don't know if these things have AoE. And that's my one, and then combat encounter. Open up, pop over to here. Close that here. Click token.
Mhm.
Oh, you haven't toggled it over yet. Ooh, fancy.
Indeed, we have new initiative tracker.
Oh, oh.
What the wild oh wait, did I pick that? Oh, check. Yeah, what the supernatural reflexes kick in here for this initiative roll?
Supernatural, where is it listed in this?
It's on Lucas's passive
Yes.
ability, second from last. Okay.
Since you were in the way shape after the combat have started, you may roll with advantage.
He basically held action for it, so yeah, he was prepared.
Let's see. Does it show us? Yes.
Okay, by the way, Copper, I don't see no Toyota Camrys in this. I just see a lot of plants.
But what you can see is... What was that? Yeah. Something that looks like a crude assemble of wooden sticks sprout out of the ground. And pretty much charges in your direction. Combat initiate. The one in the middle is whose turn it is now, so it is Brett. And the music changes to the combat mode.
I don't need to keep the combat tracker open now that we have the carousel.
Indeed. Also, you may want to move the Omega Republic logo because it's right over.
Oh, yeah.
But that matter aside,
Yeah, that works.
Brett, what do you do?
We'll just put it over to the chat box since I already have it blurred.
So Lucas will just run up to the closest one and spear himself.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, it doesn't hit.
Alright, well then I guess Lucas's turn would be finished because I don't really have bonus actions except for the transforming, which is kind of hold for beforehand.
Give me a moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shovel, it's your turn.
Okay. And I'm allowed to use cunning action right now, right?
I'm sorry, come again?
I'm allowed to use a cunning action right now.
Yes.
Okay.
On your turn, you can take one of the following actions as a bonus action. Dash, disengage, or hide, so you can dash to close gap real quick.
I mean, those actions usually cost you a normal action, but the cunning action allows you to spend a bonus action instead. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did
Which
it say
one
what
of
I
those?
used?
Hmm?
How do I get it to say what I used?
Oh, you can just say it.
Oh, I used dash.
Okay, so you want to use dash, so that doubles your move speed but for the cost of your bonus action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be
What's
able
that
to
tell me
use
distance?
yellow. Once you get to yellow, that's your second. That's dash range.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Red is beyond. Alright, so now you're flanking.
Mm-hmm. You may successfully attack with advantage. It hits.
Let's sing the rolls again. God damn it. Reload.
I wonder why it happens, because it doesn't seem to happen to anyone else. Somehow.
Oh, I'm the one who's constantly tweaking my UI and opening and closing shit. It probably gets confusing in the process.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be the cameraman here, and so it's probably not liking me constantly whipping things around. Don't worry. It gives people a moment to have fun with the lizard.
All that aside, Shovel, you may describe how you undid the thing.
She's just squinting at me.
Oh wait, I killed it already?
Yes.
These things are brittle.
You know we're on Pancake Cam though right now.
Yeah, I was just briefly there.
Okay,
That was just while I was rebooting the scene.
got it.
Okay.
Now I
well,
can see the dice roll.
I guess quick slash, chopping off legs.
Mm-hmm.
Just sweep it under. It falls apart.
Mm-hmm. And so it does. Now it just sticks. Malevolent looking sticks, but sticks nonetheless. Anything else?
I don't think I can.
You've used your bonus action, your main action, move. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I have sneak attack, but nothing near it, so I'm good. That's my turn.
Yep. Okay, that just pings it. It doesn't actually move. Alright.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool, I can just select them from over here. Good. In that case, this one moves over there and tries to claw at the fox.
No, I think you forgot to mark this one as dead if it's murdered.
It's dead on my screen.
Dead on my screen.
It's dead on
Huh?
my screen
There
too.
goes
Oh, there it
Scar on
goes. There it goes.
Alright, had to reapply. But it misses. However, comes the second bundle of stick. And it attacks with advantage.
Flanking would be if it were opposite of it, but fair enough.
Don't forget, some enemies have pack
Oh, pack
tactics.
tac. I always forget
Don't,
about.
don't worry to question me if the. No. To put it simply, I know when the enemy have advantage, so don't worry about that. It wasn't critical, wasn't good. Two damage. 4 damage. Ten feet. 10 feet high.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as this bundle of stick, I know it can sound like a pun, but it was unintentional until now. But I digress. It slashes its claws at you, causing you 4 damage. And so comes the next one. This one? Come on, get off my screen. Yes, this one. It runs over. In your direction.
You gotta be kidding me.
Doing the very same thing. And once again hitting you. For 6 damage. Ainir, it's your turn. The fox appears to be injured.
We're even incohesive in the middle of combat. Horrible.
Ainir? Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, but it just barely misses. But hey, effects work on stream at least.
Yep.
Anything else? Also, if you speak, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I forget when I'm distracted.
It's okay.
It's all.
So that was his action. He's not going to use movement because his spells can reach. So the bonus action, he doesn't have one that he would use here, except maybe Hex.
Mm-hmm.
He'll use Hex.
Mm-hmm. Now, the same target, or?
Yeah, same target.
Mm-hmm. Well, and so it have been Hex. Next turn. This one. Can you guess what it's going to do?
Oh no.
It runs over, seeing how other blights are piling up on the fox. He tries to do the same. And hits. Still. Dealing 4 damage. Thankfully, the last this one over there is dead and it can't hurt you, so it's Plato's turn. Being the last one in the queue. I'm sorry, it keeps happening.
That's fine. It's funny. He's seemingly perpetually shit-faced. I'm gonna go ahead and move close. This is my first time actually working with a monk here, so excuse me, folks. Here's. Okay, so I have 2 focus points, and a focus point make 2 unarmed strikes. Make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. flurry of blows, so I'm going to go ahead and use one focus point to flurry of blows. And I'm going to make one unarmed strike on each one. These things are surprisingly fragile. Might as well spread the damage. Normal.
It hits. You might describe how you smash it into pieces.
So stumbling his way over in his usual fashion. Wrong one.
Oh, not that one, the other one. My bad.
Yeah, I'm targeting this one up here. Okay, there I go. And then I'll move my target. Basically stumbles his way over and goes, "I don't worry, I got this, and throws his whole body into it, one fist, and just right through the damn thing, nearly pretty much almost stumbling onto the carcass itself. And as he does, though, for his second unarmed attack, nope. I don't think that'll hit.
Sadly, it doesn't.
Alright. Thankfully, those were just bonus action counts, because they could use a focus point for that. I get one more third unarmed strike. So basically, he goes in for the punch, punches one of them, tries to use his tail to clip the other. It whiffs, but he's still pirouetting in place, and he just kicks his foot out for the third attempt. And just shoves his heel through the thing, if it hopefully kills him.
Mm-hmm.
No, it would. I think it was 7.
Destroying it in the process.
So yeah, the drunken shithead comes in, tumbles through one, and obliterates the other, and then finally rights himself up right. Yeah, I told you I could do good. Now quit being a pussy. And pass it on. How do I?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can just press buttons.
There you
Mm-hmm. Before Brightstorm, something else happened. You feel how the ground starts to tremble. Does more, but bigger. Sprout out of the ground. Those looking more like. Well, those smaller ones look like a animated bundle of stakes. Those look more like animated bushes. Bushes? Yeah, bushes. That have shed all its leaves. Now let's see. Boop. Damn, animals are really good at initiative. But that aside, I wonder if I can. Well, either way.
I'm sorry, can we take a short break? I really need to use the restroom and I don't think I can wait.
We did
Sure.
forget to do that before the transition combat.
Yeah.
Right, before next combat, I will ask everyone to take EP. But for now, combat music stops. Lizard camera, please. We
Yep.
have 5-minute break.
Alright,
Everyone-
I'll be right back.
Everyone take the restroom, water, whatever you might need.
Get a
I'll
drink.
be- Yeah, I'll myself be back in 5.
To be fair, it's almost dinner time for me. I need to go fetch that.
Bleh. Lizard. I want to see. Boob. Godfrey.
She puts up with so much crap from me.
On a scale of 1 to crap, how much crap can you crap out of crap?
Do I look like a toilet to you?
Yep.
Not the right audience for this. Sorry, double. Boop, 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 boop. You've got shed all over your lips. You've got yogurt face. Wait for that to come off. You're probably due for a bath. Mostly not supposed to touch or deal with the stuck shed until it's like been a few days. Most of the time they can get it off on their own, but they sometimes like it when you help, as long as you're very careful. Especially around their nostrils and ears. Fun fact, bearded dragons shed their nostrils.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm back.
we call them nose trumpets. Also, welcome back.
I'm pretty sure, what are they called? I forget the name. Several types of gecko also shed their nostrils.
Mhm. Still can't believe that it's been like 2 years since I broke away from my family and basically, uh, I plead the fifth, but I was rescuing this lizard from a psychopathic mother. I actually have papers for her, but 2 years, and I always thought I'd never be a good lizard parent, that she'd never last more than like a few months in my care, but here we are now. Give her like a I still need to get her a vet appointment because she's got these black spots on her right here that I've been fighting for years now at this point. Don't know what causes them, but if I can find it, fungal cream, for ladies in the unfortunables actually works to help stop it for a little bit.
So, you know that's not inherently for women. It's just the
I
common
okay,
use case.
I know, but that was the only case. The only way I could find it is by buying it for the women box. I had to throw away suppositories. Like, what am I going to put that in the lizard? No.
That's weird. You should be able to get an antifungal that works on
It was a
yeast.
very specific one that the doctor wanted and pointed me for, or the not the doctor, the vet told me to get, and it worked. It just didn't keep it and make it stay away. It came back after a while, and now it's splintered off into 2 different spots. But when I put the stuff on there, it stops it from growing too bad. So it's like it sort of works, sort of doesn't. I need to
Probably need a
get her.
stronger, different antifungal because it's probably becoming resistant to the one you've been using.
Yeah, she's due for another one. I just trying to get my head in the game to set up for it at a point. Not to mention money. Not that I'm bored to do it, but in this kind of day and age, my brain likes to hoard every penny possible. But I also have to tell myself a lizard doesn't really tell you when it's feeling uncomfortable. They stare at you funny. Never know the
Yeah,
extremity of the case until you take them to the vet.
I mean, cats are like that too. There's a lot of animals that don't show when they're hurting.
Copper Cap, what the fuck are you on?
Copper is on everything, Delta.
So that would be meth crank, the blue shit, green shit,
Which blue
the
shit
purple
are we
drink,
talking about?
uh, the good
Oh,
kind of meth, the crystal
I'm
meth.
pretty sure Kappa's and Earth. That's another one you can add.
The healing crystal mouth. I'm back.
Okay. Dinner is just about to be bowled up, so I'm pretty much the last person to grab something. I literally walked in once we started the bathroom break, and he's hey, just give me 5 minutes. I'll have Sketty in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sure.
So yeah, just 2-3 more minutes top.
Mm-hmm.
She is always good for the camera.
Mm. Such a hard-working lizard.
Got the toughest job in the room.
Mm. Also, Rainier, thanks for sharing the link to whenever you share it. Since this actually get people here.
1 sec, I'm chewing.
Hi, chewing.
No problem. I only just posted it in the streaming server that me and Kat share.
Hmm.
And of course, Lynx posts one of his custom emojis in response.
I mean, that looks nice, very seizure inducing.
I like rainbow emojis personally, but yeah, I can see it. All Pancake needs is an Instagram account.
Mm. Oh, good. This pop filter actually manages to filter my breathing. Cool.
What was that about breathing?
This pop filter I got for my microphone actually manages to cover my breathing.
Oh,
At
that's
least I don't.
useful.
Yeah. At least I don't see it going through the voice feed.
I don't think either of us have heard it, so you're good. The only thing we've been hearing is when you cough.
Yeah. Sadly, that is too audible. And may stay for a while because I. Looking at this weather, it doesn't seem like it's getting any hotter anytime soon. I mean, they were also pondering to turn off the hot water for a week this week, but thankfully the governor of the region said no, and they didn't. That's at least one good thing he did.
Hmm.
Because one thing to not having the heating because it's already off.
Are we comparing my lizard to Ryan Reynolds? Oh my god. Look here, I have something else to talk about.
I'm not
Baguette.
American enough to know who that is. What? Oh,
Baguette.
oh, everything for her.
I don't think she could eat this much. That's full of
Mm.
Man, now I want spaghetti.
No, I
I
want
got the
spaghetti.
Italian in me.
curse the entire rest of the team with my spaghetti. Oh no.
Well, time to unlock everyone's Italian lineage.
Does that give us a bonus to breaking bones if somebody snaps a spaghetti?
Yes, you get barbarian rage.
It's too hot to eat right now, so we can continue. I wanted to show it off.
Oh, actually, Italian rage. That is better.
Italian rage.
Yeah.
Someone tried replacing the red sauce with ketchup, and yet no. Fair age.
I mean, ketchup with butter works to a degree.
I mean,
don't
she looks
particularly
at it,
like
but
it
she won't.
though, but my mom eats it.
I probably shouldn't give her that anyways. I just was wondering what her response would be. And of course, her
Yeah,
response
no.
is just stare at me singly.
As much as I know, lizard diet is very delicate enough. Better keep it to the worms and bugs that are known for it.
Bearded dragons are actually somewhat omnivorous. They start high protein on bugs when they're young, but slowly drift into being bugs once in a while, fruits and veggies every other time.
Hmm.
Does she like her lettuce?
I don't feed her lettuce. That's just primarily water. If I can get her any bok choy,
Ah, that makes sense.
and she is a sucker for bell pepper. If she is even slightly dehydrated, I just give her a few chunks of bell pepper, and
Oh, so
Oh,
she's channeling Brett.
Bell peppers are great.
Hmm. But where were we? Right! The
Music ban.
combat.
There you go. Coppercap hopes you feel better soon.
The
Fefik.
hidden orchestra in my room, would you kind? Thank you. But I digress. Thank you, Copper. Where were we? Right. As three more bigger in size do sprout out to the ground. While those smaller ones look like the small angry sticks that someone glued together and animated, those look like the whole bushes that shred their leaves and now have malevolent thoughts they want to apply to everyone in the vicinity.
Entire bramble bushes.
Exactly. Brett, it's your turn.
Might want to help.
Alright, so I'm thinking I'll try and take out the two next to the rogue. Or do we want me to go with against one of the big ones? Because I can do one unarmed. Well, actually, that's probably not gonna work. Because I can do an unarmed strike on both of them, or I can do a spear, and it changes from 1d4 plus 3 or 1d6 plus 3 if I use the spear.
All up to you.
He's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be forward to. I'm gonna move in around and then do an unarmed strike. First on the top one here, then
Mm-hmm. Do so. It hits. Mm-hmm. Did it roll?
alright, so that's 4 damage on the top one.
No, give me a moment. That's interesting. That should be... Actually, no, wait. Where was it? Because I think I set it up correctly. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right, it shouldn't be 1, it should be 1d4 as per your ferocity feature.
Oh yeah, I clicked the wrong unarmed strike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes,
have them separate,
yeah,
and I
they-
clicked the normal instead of the rare shape. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. So, just do it again. You can keep the attack roll just so you can roll the damage. Mm-hmm. Well,
Same thing in this case, but
as you manage to rip half of it off.
alright, then I'll focus on the same one with the second unarmed strike from first
Mhm.
piece.
It hits. A bit unlucky, but you do manage to kill it. It was this one or this one? Is it
I
up?
was pointing at the one to the north of me, to the up of me,
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Remember to alt click to target so that way he knows. There you go.
Mm-hmm. No. Let's see.
And that would be my turn since the extra attack was a whole bonus action. And I guess I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can choose. Boop. Damn, this combat carousel is very handy. But I digress. As the blade made almost entirely of needles, wobbles its way over to you and tries to hit you. And misses. Misses? Yeah. Here comes the second one.
Actually, would that have had advantage?
Oh,
'Cause it's
yeah, good
flanking
point,
thing.
because flanking. My bad. Well, misses either way. But where was I? Yes. This one over there. You see how the needles on its back start to rise up as I suddenly shoot out in the direction of the Dragonborn.
Ah! You can't hit my tiny head. So tiny.
And it as those needles just manage to bounce off your wisdom.
No, for the most part, it'd be a case of sees this thing staring at him and he stumbles backwards, catching himself with his own tail as the needles fly over his head. Oop! And I watch my own foot.
Shovel, it's your turn.
Oh, jeez. Okay, first off, cunning action, disengage.
You wouldn't need to disengage if you are still within touching range as you're moving.
I don't know what I would use it for, though.
Just
What,
hold on
just
to it
dash
for
again?
now.
It's an option, you don't have to use it.
Oh,
So to explain, dash is to double your movement. Disengage is to move away without getting an attack of opportunity. And hide is to be able to roll your stealth.
okay.
As long as you don't move out of the enemy's reach, which is in this case 5 feet of this one, you don't have to disengage.
You can circle strafe an enemy and not get an attack of opportunity. Only when you leave their 5 foot, their radius of influence, that you proc it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the plan.
I mean, if you want to get punched again, I'm not going to stop you.
Okay, alright. I can actually... No, quit it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay,
hell
good.
yeah.
No need to even roll for damage, as either way it will kill it. It has only 7 HP. So you may describe how you utterly destroy it, if you wish to.
Well, as I am bleeding and very hurt, still kind of stumbling, I half-heartedly swing my rapier, not swing, but jab at the what looks to be the head, and just pierce right through it instantly, with no effort.
Mhm. As you do so, the whole thing comes apart.
Now, I don't want to take control of your character. Now I would suggest, though, that you your dash and get some clearance from the enemies or bleeding from many orifices.
Yes.
Because now you don't
Mhm.
need to use your bonus action to disengage. You are no longer engaged.
Okay, so
Yeah. However, if you wish, you may use your bonus action to dash to move not 30 but 60 feet. In case you want extra distance, that is.
That's what I was trying to imply, is to use that to dash, get more distance, because these things have range now, and so you need to take aware of that.
But once again, if at any point our what's the right word? Advices will get too much, don't worry about saying it. About voicing your concerns, because I can imagine it getting annoying at some point.
Hmm.
After all, it is your character.
No, you're fine. But yeah, I will use dash.
Mm-hmm.
If double movement range, you can go until it turns red, then you have to stop at red, basically.
Mm-hmm.
There's fine.
Yep, that's
Mhm.
perfectly within your range. See, so that was
That's-
action, bonus action. Can't use that to take cover, because you already used all those actions. Upright, but next turn you might be able to duck behind rocks.
Mhm. But meanwhile, those little twigs try to attack a giant bunny, was it?
You also didn't mark the one he just killed as dead, because that was the orange one, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just murdered this.
This one? I thought it was the one to the north.
I
That's
thought
the one I killed.
that's one
and
Brett
then-
murdered.
Yeah, Brett
I'm
got
just
that
holding
one. I
I'm
got this one.
the small
Oh,
one.
but my bad, I forgot to mark it for that. Apologies. Thanks for pointing it out. Which one is
Hold
that
on.
one?
Oh, it's the
Yes.
upper right hand one.
As this one starts to aim its needles at the Zug over there.
Duck and cover.
His AC's 14 right now.
You're also
Mhm.
10 feet above, which would make it more difficult anyway.
Within the reasonable limits, but yeah. Thankfully, your position allows you to not get hit by those needles.
Yay.
And now it's your turn.
I like to imagine the. Wait, no, nope. Stop. Not the street for everyone.
Mhm. It hits.
There's my tisms. Uh-oh. The board froze for me.
I clicked roll for damage and it froze up.
Oh,
Hold on,
no.
let me move a token. Ta-da!
No, there it is. Took a little bit.
As soon as I moved my token, everything unfroze.
Hmm. Yeah, but I digress. Where was I? Yeah. So I know you already did your attack, but would you prefer to do to reapply Hex first and then do the attack?
Yes, actually, I forgot to mention that. That was supposed to be my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Action.
Good. In that case, as an addition to that, please roll the
I believe
Hex
it's 1d6.
damage. Yes.
The blast be so eldritch is breaking reality. More like breaking the cameraman's
Kind of the
keyboard.
Hmm. As you... Well, you may describe how you blasted this one to pieces.
Right through the middle. Make it just fly off in all directions.
Shower me in splinters with that slightly.
Mhm.
At least it's dead.
At least the splinters don't have enough mass to embed, so yes.
But
And yeah, that's then my turn. I click the next portrait.
I think you could right click on your own portrait to move to the next one.
mm-hmm.
Alright, so it's my
Delta,
turn.
your turn. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to saunter my way on over. Why is it? Oh, it's like measuring my movement from the last turn. Weird.
Mhm.
Okay, whatever. Saunter on over, wind myself up for the first punch as my main action. I just lay into this motherfucker with a crit. Come on, baby.
Don't forget to aim.
Oh, yep. Ready, aim, and fire. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Attack. Normal. Eh.
It hits.
So that's another heal to the face, and you know what? Badly injured, I'd say roughly about half. Spending a key point for that would probably. And take action as a bonus action. Okay, let's see. So I'm allowed to just use my bonus action, either disengage or dash, or I can spend a focus point to do both. I don't need a little bit. I'll disengage with patient defense and break away to saunter over this guy, since he's unharmed, and then lay my focus point into him and do flurry of blows. Oh wait, no, wait, it's a bonus act. Oh wait, no, unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind then. Support that, but I at least can still move in to help flank. Boom. So now this guy is flanked, and I just basically bitch slapped this guy on the way there. So rude.
But let's see, where was it?
Yeah, let me. Let me readjust the timing here so that way it's all written correctly. There you go. Right, it would be your go.
No, one thing happens before that happens.
Oh, don't forget the spacebar button then.
I mean, we're in the combat turn, so there's less risk of that. But I digress.
Where's your cursor going? Gotta follow the cursor. Follow the pixie. Follow the pixie.
You feel how the ground trembles again, as even bigger things start to emerge. It starts to look like vines that suddenly ascend from the ground, weaving themselves into more or less humanoid shape.
Now would be a good time if the rogue had a ranged weapon.
And as it would happen, let's see, where did I put it? Is that the thing? Yes. As you all hear the scream coming from the direction of all the other people to the north. Pinning camera over there. As you see how the tiefling that was tending to the druid seemed to be fighting with him for something, as if some sort of carved stone trying to pry out of his hands, laughing maniacally. With one hand, she points in the direction of the druid, and the bright flash of light pushes him away. As the tiefling laughs maniacally, as your form starts to shift.
I want to argue, but on the case of the fact that our warlock has left their little animal there to watch.
Animal is not participating.
Oh, okay. The animal got spooked.
Yeah. As suddenly the tiefling grows into shape more grotesque. Green skin, long nose, white, barely any hair. Even for those
Hags.
not familiar, yes. For this indeed, even for those unfamiliar with arcane arts or mystical creatures, that is clearly a hag. She holds the carved stone and points it in the direction of the giant tree. You see how the roots of it start to move, as if slowly forming a path forward. Now, Brett, it's your turn.
Alright. So first I'm gonna try taking out just one right next to me with just unarmed strikes again.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's flanking, it would be advantage.
With advantage,
Just
yes.
straight rolled. Okay.
Yeah, so you just may roll this one again.
So,
It hits.
okay.
Good thing I came in behind.
Damage.
Okay, so
And
the
then,
so the monk does do a little bit more unarmed than you, but only by a little bit.
and then with ferocity, can I use the
Mhm.
second attack in the same thing?
Mm-hmm. But then he in return can use it as a bonus action for free.
Yeah, that's my bonus action. So,
It hits.
Eleven health. Moved.
As this barely keeps standing. Anything else?
Fortunately, it's next in the turn line.
Brett, anything else?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to decide if I wanted to stop moving up and take the other. But nah, I'm done.
Mm-hmm. In return, it tries to slash its claws at you. Then it even hits. 4.
Ooh.
Only 4 damage. Thanks to your resilience.
Oh, he has barbarian rage equivalent.
Yes.
Yep.
As I said, the class is somewhat similar to the barbarian. But let's see. This one runs over and tries to repeat the very same thing. Close, normal.
Actually,
Yes.
so you can go for a crit.
Oh yeah.
I am both your angel and your devil team. I'm sorry.
As 2 blights slash right at you. Where is this one? Oh yeah. You see how this one over here dashes over here and stops.
it like seemingly
looking at
stop
the
of its own volition, or does it abruptly stop? Like it just hits?
It runs over there and turns around and looks in direction I'll follow you.
He's gonna try and block us off. That.
Shovel, it's your turn.
I'll not interject unless you ask. Look at your sheet, just start brewing ideas if you do ask.
High ground. Can I take it?
Do you have climbing speed?
No.
Then you may try to climb on top of any of those rocks if you're all good enough athletics. Sadly, no, there's not much holdage on the stones. Holdage, I'm sure that's an English word. There's not much to hold onto those stones to properly climb them.
There's not enough handholds to get your grip on. You need either sheer willpower.
Or what was it? Climbing speed? Yeah.
Yeah. Or be abomination, basically.
Mm.
Okay, does that count as an action or a move?
It counts as a move.
Oh, okay.
You have. Wait, that's right. Dips unless they have.
No, do it.
Okay. You have daggers, which can up to 60 maximum. So you're not completely useless. You don't have you, but something needs to be within feet of you. There's this one enemy here. I assume this rock here is basically sitting on top of it, so he could sweep under.
Yes.
So you could possibly have line of sight on this one too to throw a dagger underhand. You have two targets. You kind of like lean and then whip it around this rock, or bend down and whip it underneath and hit this guy.
I mean, doesn't require much bending down. There's like 10 feet tall.
It's hard
passage.
to tell depth on this,
I know. That's why I'm telling you exact numbers.
but that's
So-
why they give you a handful of daggers. They're designed to be thrown.
Mm-hmm. It hits.
And he already marked it down. Good job. Oh, hold on. Oh, can I find my token? I'm gonna
The
have.
damage roll.
I can't move my token. Oh no. Oh wait. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Which one was it? The one up there. Yes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see
You
the
managed
dice.
to hit one of...
But
It was that.
We'll keep moving anyways. See if the
Mhm.
dice keep working.
It seemed to strike one of its vitals, as it's now quite injured. You still have the bonus action if you want to use your cunning action to reposition yourself.
I would say since you wasted your move on trying to climb, you can use your bonus action to dash to get 30 back. Want to move 30? Use your cunning.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Well, he said you use your movement trying to climb up here. So
Yeah,
and your
I just didn't
movement
know
is
I could
default
get 30
30, so
back.
you can just get another 30.
Yes.
How does hide work?
Hide. Let me. Actually, hide.
Basically, you roll your stealth, and depending on the enemy's perception, they lose the sight of you. So, if you beat their passive perception, they lose the sight of you. Then on their turn, they may roll their perception to try to spot you. If they roll lower than you, then they don't find you.
Okay, so it's listed there. Read as written. The hide action, you try to conceal yourself. To do so, you must succeed on a dexterity stealth check.
Oh, that's how it works. My bad.
Yep.
Please continue.
While you're heavily obscured or behind 3/4 cover or total cover. So that's going to be an arguable case because some may be something at this guy in the distance, and this guy might be able to see you straight underneath there, so you may not qualify.
Yeah.
There are perks you can get down the line that reduce that requirement, where you can pretty much hide in plain fucking sight. But right now, you need to be basically in the bush. Which, and you could start working there by diving into the bush using your cunning dash. You can't hide this turn right now.
Yeah. Okay.
This does enable a playstyle where you can dive into a bush to hide, then throw a dagger or whatever, and you get sneak attack bonus. I think it does.
Oh, if you are hidden, you get advantage on attacks.
Okay, basically. And then you can just cycle in and out of hiding in the bush, throw something, hide back in the bush again, back and forth, possibly. It's whack-a-mole, but you can't do that right now. Also,
It's just that. So cunning action.
running
Dash.
action, dash if you want to. Don't have to.
Hmm.
But you could weave yourself back further in there, and then you could break the line of sight of a lot of people. But then you wouldn't have any line of sight on anyone else.
Yeah. You're right. I'm gonna end my turn there then. Sorry, that took forever.
That's okay.
It's alright.
I would say,
It is.
actually, I still say use cunning and press yourself up against this rock. That way he can't get line of sight on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would work. Also, don't worry about the time taken. I know it is your first time actually playing it, so it's. I know the system can be somewhat overwhelming, especially when you play it the first time. So don't worry. All part of the learning process.
Yeah.
So yeah, my suggestion: cunning action, dash, just to get more movement. Press yourself against the rock, break line of sight. This guy, because you did throw a dagger at him. He's gonna be cranky. All right. Up to the GM if he wants to give half cover for that. Only walking in case you're not actively ducking. You could also right click and compare status effects for cover values.
Oh, didn't know that was a thing. Cool. But where was I? Yeah, I knew it's your turn.
Woo! Alright, I'm moving my hex to the one that Shovel just hit.
Mm-hmm.
Here. And I'm gonna roll.
Mm-hmm. It hits.
I'm not seeing dice again. Hold on, Lizard Cam. So we've mostly
wait.
solved our problems, but for some reason the dice just stopped rendering. We'll have to look at the dice plugin.
Mm. And it seemed to be just for you because for everyone else can see the Eldritch Blast, yes?
Well, I saw the effect, but I just didn't see any dice fly.
No, I mean the roll in the chat.
Yeah, I can see it.
Mm.
The curse of the cameraman. No.
No.
One, and we're switching.
No.
Back.
But that aside, it hits, you may roll your damage.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
They got the tail end of Pancake Boom. You're famous, sweetheart. You're famous.
And since it's cursed, I also do the 1d6.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I swear that lizard's more
Yeah.
famous than me. Sorry.
So that was my action and bonus action. I can still move.
Oh,
That's right.
splattered?
Also, you do blast it to pieces.
Weird. Am I not the only one that's seeing that her movement is still being rendered? Like
Yeah,
last turn?
I'm not sure what this is about.
Yeah, it does seem to be picking up last turns for their movement.
So, it's only
10 feet up.
yeah, but it switched to yellow right away, even though I have a
That-
climb speed.
That's probably because it's measuring last turn. The color changing is blocks of 30 feet sets. So it's a broken plugin going on right now. So
Yeah.
just ignore it right now. We'll just go
He
by
can move
faith.
25, so
Mm-hmm.
Just go on. We'll good faith it right now. We'll ignore the colors and that you only move as much as you're allowed. We'll have to diagnose that
Mhm.
plugin later and figure out why it's rendering multiple turns. For one
vertical
turn.
movement would still count towards the movement, right?
I'm afraid so. So
Okay, so that's
moving here is
20,
5. Then
That's
10 down
15.
there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
20, 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's
not-
his turn then.
We're not playing Cyberpunk 2077. We don't have destined fucking after images, right? Fun game.
At least not yet. But yeah. The hag looks behind himself as one of the vine blades got destroyed. You blasted useless thing. Everyone, stop their movements until I'm done here. As she keeps pointing the rock at the tree, as more and more the opening starts growing open. You see how the dragonborn over there tries to grab her by the hand? But she swiftly moves this hand away and instead slashes close at him. It's apparently carried enough strength to launch him flying onto the opening over here, sending both of them to hit this wall.
Ooh. You're gonna be
Ow.
feeling that in the morning.
It's
I'm
your
s-
turn, Del.
I'm still feeling as spry as an ale. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wind up my fist with this guy because I hope I deal with him. Oh, I need to make sure I'm targeting the right person. Boop, boop, boop. Back. Normal. That hits.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, with advantage because flanking, but it still hits.
Sure, we'll go for the critical.
I mean,
No.
you never know.
The normal
Well,
hit.
to the damage.
It's
It
dead.
is enough to kill her.
Alright, it's off my back, which means I can now use bonus fuzzy. Hold on. Go through. So as main attack, I can use bonus action to dash because step of the wind. I'll go ahead and dash. So literally in the motion of, once again, stumbling with my feet, throwing my foot into the enemy as it turns into splinters. Same motion. Slam it into the ground and full tilt sprint. So hold on, I gotta use normal measurement tool here because it's broken.
Mm-hmm.
So I can move 40 foot to here, sliding under.
Mm-hmm.
Foot to here. And then I have 40 feet left. That's gonna cost me I'm gonna barely clip the rock here. 20.
Mm-hmm.
So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
barreling full tilted.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, you
Let's
better
see.
put that down!
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Uh-huh. This blight, seemingly hearing its mistress' command, starts dashing. That's wrong tool. Starts dashing right after you. And this one follows the suit. Brett, it's your turn.
Aye.
You still have one enemy next to you.
It is
Mhm.
badly injured.
Now, so let me unlitter the map.
Clean up. Couldn't you just batch select and then hit the delete key, dork?
How do you expect me to calculate experience then?
Taking
I
notes?
could watch the recording then. Oh well,
too.
never mind.
Or just give us like an extra 300 and it's fine.
Greedy.
But please, go on.
Alright, so. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. So I'm gonna do another attempt for 2 unarmed strikes on it. So, first one.
Mm-hmm. It hits. It's nearly standing.
Alright. So. Then with my bonus action.
Hmm. Once again hits. As you may describe how you undo it.
So, I would just kind of like punch both my hands through into its chest and like just rip apart to just try and tear this thing. And then with my movement, because that was both action, I think, I'll move 30, so I'll move up. Let's see, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, up to here. And that's it for me, because I used everything.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte, it's your turn.
Yay!
Let's see. Off. Wait for the signal.
Sorry, I'm doing numbers.
That's fine.
Mhm.
I'm doing equal amounts of numbers.
I count you.
Oh, you know why I don't have so many professions? I never took a background.
Oh.
Delta!
I just now realized this. Look at this. Like, wait, I'm missing something, ain't I? Fuck. He's so drunk
What
he
do you
forgot
know?
his history. What was I
Such
proficient in again? Oh yeah.
Such a blank slate. Drunk too much, can't remember who he is.
That's what the moonshine does to you.
Mm.
Don't call it white lightning for nothing.
Mm.
30. And I'm using dash.
Right, so
Mm-hmm.
60.
Mm-hmm. As you dash past this wine blight, it tries to. Where was it?
Hey, if I may, you're probably not going to be able to hit anything anyways, Cracker. What I may suggest is using your main action as dash and cunning action as disengage. That way he can't swipe at you.
Out of curiosity, why do you think he can't hit anything?
Oh, I was so blundered by my own blunder that I missed. Not bad. Helping too much.
You're good.
Hmm. But yeah, as you dash past this enemy, let's see. It misses.
I'm good.
Very badly so. As you dash past it, it tried to envelop you in its vines. Alas, it missed. So please continue.
Okay.
I guess if
Mm-hmm.
Okay, prepare for lag.
Mm-hmm. It hits.
throw it,
I knew it. I knew it was
That-
gonna do that.
I
I-
wonder
Okay, we're good.
why.
I wiggle myself and it immediately resolves itself.
Because that's weird. I did some testing. I did roll from your character sheet, and prior to some time, it wasn't the thing.
It's
Oh.
probably his browser. He's the only one here using Opera.
Let's see, I'm on
Mm.
Firefox, on Opera.
I'm on Chrome and Brett is using Firefox.
Okay, Chrome. Opera is Chromium, so how you're not having the similar issues, I don't know. Might be enough.
I
difference between
do
the two.
actually have it freezing up, but I'm able to pick up the token and wiggle it the way you are.
Okay, so it might be a Chrome thing.
Hmm.
So we'll have to get the Firefox, of course.
Mm.
I could
Yep.
switch to Chrome
That-
right now.
No immediate rush. We have a temporary solution. We just wiggle our shit.
Don't worry. Oh, for now. For you later. Save some for later. But excuse me, where I was. Right. I think that was all your actions. But anything else?
Nope.
So you threw a dagger for 6 at her.
No, at Divine Blight.
Thingy. Up below us.
Oh, okay.
Or were you aiming at the hug?
No.
Okay. So you did parting words basically. You slipped past it and threw a dagger in his face. True.
Yep.
Mhm. Don't forget to keep the track of the daggers you have.
Down to 3 at this point.
How many you've thrown and how many you have left. Yeah. But I digress. Ainir, it's your turn.
Hop skipping.
Alright. Actually, I do want him to go up there. I just need to know how much movement it'll actually cost.
All things considered, yes, that would be all your movement to get there.
Okay.
Rough.
Now you have line of sight on them though.
To here?
Mm-hmm.
Up. Wiggle wiggle. Oh, nope, they're not frozen. Hallucinating.
Vefik, that one's now hexed.
Which? Mm-hmm.
And gonna Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm. It hits.
Wiggled it again. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then the extra d6.
Mm-hmm. Then it takes it out.
I keep rolling high on the d6s.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. The hag annoyingly looks at two of you.
Something tells me we shouldn't have been standing next to each other, chuckle nuts.
Stay back, you little brats. I have no business with you, and once I'm done, I just leave. Do you answer anything to that? Thank you.
My response is just, Lynch, I am far too sober for this bullshit. You put that shit down right this instant. And there I go, going text.
Mm-hmm.
Your monk is very inconsistent about where he came from.
He's very inconsistent because he's drinking
Well,
all
he has
sorts
no-
of type of liquors from all sorts of places.
Also, he
Accents
has forgotten his
through his
background, so it makes sense.
Next session, you get your background because you finally sober up to remember.
He definitely needs it.
I get my background and status effect hangover.
Hmm. Yeah, you see the hag extends her hand in your direction, and a sickening ray of green light hits you. Well, tries to.
Does.
Oh.
Holy shit, it does.
See, makes range target takes 2d8 poison. That's
Damage?
4d8 poison. Why is it 8d8? Oh, you used higher level, didn't you?
Because it's a critical hit.
Oh no, it's like so it's 2d8, 2 dice. Critical hit doubles it to 4, but if you're using higher spell slots, so that means you get spell slots
Mhm.
higher in crit.
Give me a moment.
Okay.
Let's see. 2d8. Huh. That's weird. Because I didn't cast it as higher, so I will manually reroll it as 48.
Okay.
Okay, 19.
Well, at least I'm not
mean-
immediately put in death by over.
Yeah, because 38 is... Yeah, more than double your health, so that would be just dissolving you where you stand.
Yes. He takes the hit. He's like, I've ruined my liver worse than and
Hmm.
where is it? I'll just set it here.
And you also poison until your next turn. If that will even come and play.
I have to figure out what poison even does in this case.
As the poison, it doesn't do damage.
On
It's just
attacks
you
and ability
have-
checks.
Yes.
Is death saves are considered?
I would say no, for the purpose of not killing you outright.
Thank God. Nice. Stat effects. Conscious.
Mhm.
Oh, and I need to do my first roll because, well,
Mhm. Your first roll and your second roll as well, because it is your turn.
1,
Mm-hmm.
2. So it's 1 and 1.
Mm-hmm. Very appropriate reaction. This blade over there stands guard. This one stands dead. Oh, excuse me, I skipped over Brett. Brett, it's your turn.
Okay, quick question before, maybe two. So dash action is normally like replaces your action, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so with the leaping ambush, if I made it to something but had used the action, I would not be able to use the leaping ambush to do the attack, right?
I'm afraid not. The
Okay.
leaping ambush works only if you do the attack with it. It's
Okay.
like an addition to your attack.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
you still need the attack to be able to do it. I get you. I was
Yeah.
just double checking that it was
Mhm.
working how I was thinking. So, time for backup plan then. Alright, going to 30 and then just using 2 unarmed strike. And this one, if it'll select.
There you go.
There we go. Alright. And then just doing the double unarmed strike again.
It hits.
Second.
Hits as well. And so it is dead.
Alright, and that
If
is
you wish
my
to
entire
describe.
turn. So again, this it would be running up with one hand like grabbing its head, the other hand slashing at its chest to just 2 slashes right across it and cutting right through it instead of just the superficial scratches I was more expecting.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all 3 of the things I can do. So
Shovel, it's your turn. You just saw the Dragonborn next to you get hit by the green ray. the green ray, and
Yep. Puking.
now he's laying down.
Puking mid-fall, face first. Split.
All right.
Ew, so you fell into your puke.
Yeah, well, it was poison damage, and he's an alcoholic with an already damaged liver.
Remember, creating panic is a free action.
Creating panic.
and he'll sleep it off. It's fine.
My liver is a machine that turns ethanol into good times. Are you just thinking, Shovel, or are you accidentally muted?
What?
Oh. You just started moving without saying any intent, so I thought you may have accidentally left your microphone.
I'm gonna go over there.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess I'm just used to having a habit of thinking my actions out loud.
Yeah.
You're like, Brett.
Sorry.
You stand face to face to a grotesque-looking creature.
Spits on the rapier before stabbing it.
It hits.
Doesn't do any extra damage, just disgracing him. Wow, the spit does wonders.
No, not the spit. It's my only poison. No. As you do manage to leave a nasty slash on it, and you still can attack with your bonus action with your offhand thingy. It hits.
Womp.
Damn it.
For 1 damage, but it does.
A graze is a graze.
Indeed. The hag hisses at you as you leave quite a nasty slash on her arm. Arm? Yeah, that's right.
She is meaty. She took 12 and is still looking very green.
Mm. I mean, she's a green hag, so.
A har har.
But I digress. I knew it's your turn.
Alright, first off, he's moving his hex to the hag.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna blast her.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap!
Damn!
Yes.
It is the
Again?
it's the extra connection to your patron.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with that. Alright, so that means I roll double damage.
Yes. Including on your hex. I mean, I don't know if it works that way, but I do say it works like that. So it's 2d6.
She's still hexed, so I get to hit her with the d6.
You get two
You
of
said
them.
2d6?
I say 2d6s because it is a critical hit.
Okay.
It probably doesn't work like that, but come on. It's a critical
I'm
hit,
not
so
gonna
it could as well.
complain.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, or should I say gift bat?
Damn, the one time I roll low on the d6.
I mean, it is still a sizable damage. Oh. Yeah, there
I
we go.
did 19 damage! Hell yeah! I finally did something!
Mm. Anything else?
Nope, he's gonna stay put now.
I just realized
Mhm.
for method acting, I'm going to have to learn about wine vintages. Fuck. I'm going to have to turn into a wine snob.
Please, no snobbing on this stream. Not allowed. But where was I? I mean, I know you are doing the streaming, but still. Where was I? Right. The green hag kicks us even more as she hit from the front and from the back. She eyes down the fox, towering ever so slightly over him. You blasted little brat! As she tries to slash you with her terrible claws. I accidentally target her.
She hit herself in her own confusion.
Hmm?
Just barely under.
Hits for 7 damage.
Wait, his AC is 15, not 14.
Oh, my bad. I did target her, so don't worry. Damage does not apply. She hits ever so barely. However, she has multi-attack.
Whiff, 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 whiff. No! Ooh!
Doing 11 damage.
Hate this game.
No.
We're level 2 at best. Again, like the first few levels. There's a reason why GMs usually hurt people.
Listen, everything is well balanced. Where I was going with this?
Sounds like Overwatch. Oh.
Please roll your death save, Shovel.
Oh, I can see his sheet, but I can't change. Can't set it for.
Hmm. And your death
Yep.
save, Delta?
Oh.
Getting massively worse over there. Brett, it's your turn. You see two of your companions are down.
Yeah.
I made somebody giggle with that. Okay, that works.
I'm trying to debate whether I want to go for hitting the hag or getting the book out to heal one with. I think it has one remaining spell if I remember it right.
That is right.
Healing word would get somebody up. Feel like shit, but it'd get
Indeed.
them up.
Which will allow them to walk.
Do be aware of turn order, though.
Yeah.
Brett, I know you have a hard decision here, especially considering I'm on my second penalty. But Fox is first, so if you healing.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was thinking just going straight for Cure Wounds, but
Cure Wounds is in touch range, so you'd have to run up to do it.
yeah, I can get to right in front of the witch.
Fair enough.
Right in front of Feather, so that's what I was thinking.
And it's just a matter. Does spellcasting trigger attacks of opportunity in 5e?
No, they don't. It's the
No?
Pathfinder thing.
Oh.
First edition Pathfinder thing, even.
I can never remember what some of these things are because some of them were like, yeah, no.
The only thing that provokes attack of opportunity in 5e is moving out of a area of influence of the enemy.
Yeah. Not as punishing as it is in Pathfinder, because move, attack. Cast spell, attack. Stand up, attack.
As for getting back up, resetting death saves or not, I think it's a case-by-case GM basis. I think some GMs will give you layers of fatigue status or exhaustion, depending how many times you drop down and get back up again.
So,
Mm,
as
going
Lucas
by-
comes forward, he pulls the book out and says, "Hey, book, can you bring up the cure again? You got it in ya?"
mm,
And we'll do cure wounds on.
mhm. As travel. So first of all, as you tell that to the book, you see how its pages shift. It turns back to the spell. It starts to glow, and that glow extends towards the cracker. As he is suddenly healed for 13 hit points. Travel, you find yourself among the living once again.
Although on the floor, but hey, better than dead.
Yeah.
And since that would have been move and action, I don't have a bonus action that I could use, so
Mm-hmm.
that turns over then.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oop, one's
my
many.
bad. Travel, it's your turn. Standing up takes half your movement.
So you'd have 15 feet out afterwards if you store your prone status.
That don't matter. I stand up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have action, bonus action, and 15 movement speed left.
Mm-hmm.
One for the flank, good.
You do so with advantage. You may roll again just in case it will be a critical hit. Mm-hmm.
Close.
You may roll your damage.
Didn't freeze that
Mhm.
time.
Yeah. And your sneak attack. Mm-hmm.
There it goes. And wiggle. There we go. I'm getting good at fixing that.
Sorry.
Fine, we'll diagnose it some other time. At least we have a solution.
Indeed. And well, what is also bonus action with for your offhand weapon.
Give him the bitch slap.
Mm-hmm. It hits. Mm-hmm. If you wish, you may describe your attacks.
Oh, what? How many was that? 3?
2 attacks.
2 attacks, just one had the sneak attack bonus.
Okay.
One with a
So
rapier, another one with a short sword.
for the rapier, I go into the forearm, and just to add a little sneak attack, I twist and then pull out.
Mm-hmm.
And then short sword in my left hand, held upside down, I do a little upward slash.
Ew, you're using reverse grip?
Yeah!
That gives you no combat advantage whatsoever.
It looks cool.
Nerd.
It does look cool. You gain inspiration.
Okay, apparently after the show, me and the bat need to have boyfriend to boyfriend talk.
What that's supposed to mean?
As in talking about HEMA maneuvers and how the fucking reverse grip doesn't. Grumble, 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 grumble. Don't mind me.
I'm pretty sure sliding down the falling apart effigy also doesn't work. However, it did back during the Friday.
Eh.
But as for the inspiration, in your character portrait, there is the dice button on the right top of your character portrait. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it glows means you have inspiration. Inspiration is basically one time at any point you may say I use inspiration and reroll either the abilities check or save or an attack, just any roll. It's basically a free reroll.
Okay. Do I keep this? How long?
You keep it until you use it.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. And of course, that's not the official rules, but I like to do that. If you use your inspiration, you don't roll under 10, because otherwise it will feel too wasted, in my opinion. But I digress.
Can't ping shovel because I'm in streamer mode. Oh well.
I've already seen the video.
But I digress. Where were we? Right. Ainir, it's your turn.
She's still up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alright, screw that bitch.
Sadly, it misses.
God damn it. That's it then.
Mm-hmm. You see, the hag looks to the left and the right of her. Her suddenly swings her arms, disappearing. Reappearing. That's wrong too. Just over there.
On the archway.
Mm-hmm.
Height advantage. No.
Shovel can still hit her.
Where was I?
Lying daggers.
But where was I? Yes. You blasted brats! Why do you have to interfere in my affairs?
Why
Speaking
are you
as a
trying to
player.
kill Druid?
I'm sorry, come again?
Said, why are you trying to kill Druid?
I'm trying to kill no one. I'm here for the child. It will do much better under my guidance than left in this blasted stinking grove.
Yeah, that's kind of a sticking point with me. Not gonna let that happen.
You proved to be more trouble than you were, honestly. So how about we negotiate? You let me do my thing, and I, in turn, provide you with some magical help if you need any. Divination, blessings, curses, healing. All part of my craft.
Not for that cost.
What would be the right? So hard to negotiate with. Fine. Then I guess I will have to deal with you then. As she points in the direction of Lucas, and shoots the same green ray of energy. This time, hopefully, with the appropriate amount of damage.
Not the green muse.
And she
Wow.
misses.
Misses horribly, jeez.
Mhm.
Alright, boys, wish me luck.
Good luck.
I'm out.
You have inspiration.
Oh, do I? I do. Oh, I do. Alright, well, I'll duck that one then and marry it.
Mm-hmm.
No. Barely grasping on.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No more inspiration, though.
I'm pretty sure it's worth not redoing your whole character.
No.
But I digress. Brett, it's your turn.
Well, I have a climb speed that matches, so I'm gonna run up, climb up that stone to stand right next to it and attack.
Do you run up at Matrix style with just your legs, like you don't even bother grabbing the rock?
No, he probably leaped, like,
Oh,
just stab his claw into the rock and pull
Mhm.
himself out.
You are aware, Rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, it misses. Also,
Okay,
I
you
think
need to
you
tell me because I'm not seeing dice again now. So you said the first one missed?
I'm afraid so.
Alright, well, that's what the bonus action's for.
It hits. Also, you accidentally target Shovel.
I never untargeted Shovel. Sorry about that, Shovel. I didn't mean to.
How are you throwing punches at me? Oops.
Yeah, roll your damage.
Rock'em sock'em boppers.
Okay.
Five damage.
Right in the nose. You become ever so slightly more crooked. Yeah? Oh well. Shovel, it's your turn.
Just gonna scooch this way, thank you. God, man.
I'm sorry, Shovel, are you muted?
No, he's
Let
just
me-
being quiet.
Ah.
I can pick up.
Mm-hmm. And because Lucas is right next to her, you also do the sneak attack.
Die. As far as I'm gonna think.
Nope, wiggle.
Give it that. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Applu. I know it says apply, but it's funny to say applu. But where was I? Anything else?
Don't think I can do any more damage, so I'll call it there.
Mm-hmm. Mynir.
Again, fuck this bitch.
Mm-hmm. The good old Warlock gameplay. I know how it is. I played Warlocks in my time.
It's like the
Uh,
only thing warlocks are really good at is Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it covers pretty much almost everything you need damage-wise.
The
Almost.
Swiss Army knife of spells.
Anyway, did that hit?
Yes, it hits.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
interesting. It tells me if it hits or not, and then. Mm-hmm.
Brett crashed out. Oh no, and now he's back.
Mm-hmm. And now the. Mm-hmm.
He needs to go down.
Almost there.
Mm-hmm. You see, as she holds onto her wounds, looks at Lucas, looks, well, pretty much at all of you. Goes, that's enough then! I don't have to deal with it any longer. You have this breath if you want. As she claps her hands and suddenly disappears.
I'm gonna assume that doesn't give the move out of range an attack of opportunity, unfortunately.
If it's
I'm
a
afraid-
teleport, it usually bypasses attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunate, but
No. Also doesn't help if you don't see the target. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. All you can hear is a heavy footstep disappearing somewhere into the distance. As the grove goes quiet. Oh, yeah, you pretty much stabilize Delta.
I'm tempted. You know what? I'm still tempted to roll and see what the fuck would have happened. Backed out.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God you gave me that fiat because I would have been splat.
Mm-hmm. You are back to 1 hit point.
I like I did 7 rounds of whiskey. What happened? Where is the bitch?
Gone.
And the druid.
The
Yawn.
druid lays unconscious over there.
so at this, I don't think Lucas would know if the book is out of spells, so we'd probably try and ask the book again. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see the book flips the pages, but the pages appears to be blank. So sadly nothing happens.
Oh, I gotta stop getting myself into situations like this. I'm looking down. She's still breathing at least, right?
Yes.
I don't know if here is still safe. I don't know where else is safe. I don't know if there are others. Wait, the gem. Where's gem thing?
Mhm. You notice it it is on top of the arch from where the hag have fled.
I'm not even going to roll for this. He just came out of near death. He's gonna get like 1 foot on the wall and then just fucking fall over.
You feel your bones ache.
My everything hurts.
Mhm.
Fucking dumbass.
I'm sorry, please continue.
I'd like to roll to get on the rock.
I'd roll to
Please.
impose disadvantage.
I'm sorry,
gonna
what
grab-
was it?
I'm gonna grab his ankle. Round.
Mm. No,
The
that is
anti-aid action.
Anti-aid. That's what it's becoming. Yes.
You both may roll your athletics. You
I've already
Yeah.
got the exhaust. Whatever it's going to.
with disadvantage for you, Delta. No, the rogue slips through. So yeah, as a shovel, you may roll your. Actually, there is enough routes going through that you can climb there, no issue.
Okay. Yoink.
You find this small, actually, yeah, small, smooth rock. Small, smooth rock. Rock. Why suddenly this simple word is so difficult? But I digress. A small, smooth rock with some runes carved on it. It also still has some green blood from the hag on it.
Xiao is totally gonna want to lick that blood.
Kind of read my mind. I'm not gonna do it now though.
It is not a ring pop. Do not lick it.
I'll
no.
But
wipe
it'll
it
tell
off.
you what the hag's meat tastes like.
I'm surprised with your fascination with eating the meat of everything. You have a dying crew member here. It's eating everywhere, and you haven't even bothered. Maybe I just taste like
The
alcohol.
druid
You know
first,
what?
because the druid should know healing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will jump down, wipe the rock off, pocket it, and take a glance at Plato.
Mm-hmm.
He's
That's the way to describe what he sees.
he is in the Yamcha death pose right now, groaning. Just like, oh, why do I have to be sober for this? I can feel my bones twitching.
Bones are not supposed to twitch.
He's not a doctor. How is he supposed to know?
No comment.
Cracker, you see his eyes come to the hand and almost get a very squid. Like, is he going to stab me if I even bother trying? But he figures he would have been stabbed anyways if you had any intent. So fine, he will take the offered hand and oh, that's a lot of Dragonborn now on your shoulders. He's not standing very well. Oh,
And it is some heavy burden, but you do manage to pull him up.
well, not everyone bounces back to their feet like you. Where's that stone? Was the key to a lock? Something where they're keeping me to. He just weakly gestures over there and then just gestures towards that. They're in there. They can.
As you gesture over there, you see how the roots of the tree start to move aside, forming an entrance. And
Oh.
you see how 3 figures step out of it. But what those figures are and what they bring, as well as where this whole thing moves from here on, is something to be left for the next session. Because we are running on time, and it's nice to keep some suspense. On that note, for those who are still watching, thanks for being here. How much of you are there watching? Thank you for witnessing our adventures. For those who did not manage to find it on stream, it will be posted on the Omega Republic channel in a few hours or so.
It depends on how fast Twitch exports. I'm still feeling that one out.
And also that. As for you, my dear players, congratulations on successfully fighting off the Assault of the Hag. You actually get to the level 3. Congratulations.
Yay!
So yeah, feel free, Brett and Shovel, feel free to message me your options for the leveling so I can put them on before the next game. For Delta and Einir, you know the drill. Contact me, I will put the Foundry up during the week for you to level up your characters.
And I have to
Yep.
go through and figure out backgrounds, figure out what just got knocked back into his conscious. Go to the
Indeed.
average.
Level 3 is fun one because some classes get their subclasses. So that's especially for you, Shovel. You get your subclass, so take your time looking over them because that will stick with you until the end of the campaign. No pressure. They are listed on the wiki. Everything that is not marked as Unearthed Arcana is a valid choice. Of course, if you would need any suggestions, feel free to message me tomorrow. Or any other
Alrighty.
day before the Monday. Let's see. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So, bye everyone. To the people on stream.
Take care.
See you next Monday.